Hello, my name is Terry Dangerfield, and I'm the superintendent of the Lincoln Park Public Schools. I wanted to share with you some information about the Safe, Dry, Warm bond proposal that the Lincoln Park Public Schools have placed on the Tuesday, May 7th ballot, and why we decided to do so. The Lincoln Park Public Schools, like so many school districts across this country, were largely built in the post-World War II era more than 70 years ago. Just like the roads and bridges of this country, our school buildings are aging. Thankfully, we have a strong commitment to maintaining them and keeping them in good condition. Our district has a tremendous maintenance and utility staff that does a great job with the day-to-day upkeep of our buildings. We routinely receive compliments from visitors on how well we maintain our buildings considering their age. We are proud of that. When our day-to-day work turns into something more challenging, we have been able to take advantage of our sinking fund. While only generating 75% of the funding it was intended to produce, the Sinking Fund is a voter-approved initiative that began in 2004 and was renewed in 2014. This money is extremely regulated and can only be spent on very specific facility repairs. The Lincoln Park Public Schools have been able to use the Sinking Fund for new exterior windows and exterior doors at Lincoln Park High School, Pawn, Keppen, Foote, and Carr. We have also been able to do necessary repairs to other areas across the district as needed. For the foreseeable future, the Sinking Fund will be 100% committed to the project at Hoover School. The 90-year-old wing of Hoover School that sits parallel to Howard has some issues that we have been evaluating with the help of outside agencies. As a result of this evaluation, it has been determined that a new addition will be constructed in behind the current 90-year-old wing, and the front structure will be demolished. This is being done because of serious safety issues that are on the horizon if we do not act now. And of course, the safety of our students, staff, and community is our top priority, so we are being forced to take this action. This project is being funded by a commitment of 100% of the Sinking Fund dollars and a serious commitment of general fund dollars. In all of our projects, when the Sinking Fund has not included enough dollars, the Lincoln Park Board of Education has stepped up and committed general fund dollars to repair or upgrade certain facilities as needed to ensure our students and community continue to have a quality experience in Lincoln Park Public Schools. This included a much-needed replacement of our tennis courts and track. The condition of our track and tennis courts were so poor that we had to have our home games and meets away at other schools. We had to replace our boys' baseball infield and replace the spectator seating at all of our baseball and softball fields due to the unsafe conditions that were beginning to appear. We were forced to replace our high school gym bleachers inside because after 70 years, they had reached the end of their safe and usable life expectancy. Now, we have reached a time where we have facility concerns that day-to-day maintenance are not enough, and the costs are high enough that we cannot address them without some extra help. Let me explain how we discovered that. A little more than a year ago, we asked a third-party company to help us undertake the daunting task of studying our 13 school-owned buildings to ensure that our future spending would be targeted and addressing the highest needs. For us, that is health and safety. What the study found was that there were $120 million in areas identified as critical. Critical items are those that would be approaching the end of their usable and safe life expectancy in the next 5, 10, and 15 years. We then worked to identify only those areas that would have an impact in the most near future. Simply stated, these are the items that may not outlive the next 5 to 10 years. That list totaled $60.9 million of identified critical areas that are projected to not outlive the next 5 to 10 years. These items include boilers, parking lots, exterior windows and exterior doors in those buildings that have not been able to be addressed, HVAC and mechanical ventilation systems that provide safe and appropriate air quality to our buildings, needed electrical upgrades to support these mechanical systems, and finally, roof replacements. These are the items that keep our students, staff, and community safe, dry, and warm in our school buildings. The bond that constructed ROP, Lafayette, and the middle school over 20 years ago is approaching the end of its original terms. As a result of these identified items that keep our students safe, dry, and warm, the Lincoln Park Public Schools requested permission from the Michigan Department of Treasury to place a bond proposal on the Tuesday, May 7, 2019 ballot. This permission was given to the Lincoln Park Public Schools in late January of 2019. The Safe, Dry, Warm bond proposal requests an additional $1.89 mils to cover the estimated $60.9 million in identified critical items. If this proposal passes, it is estimated to cost the median homeowner in Lincoln Park $77.49 a year. That is 21 cents a day. This estimated cost is for a Lincoln Park homeowner with a home that is valued at $82,000 or $41,000 taxable value. There are also tax credits available to eligible people in the following categories: low income, senior citizens, or those that are disabled. In many cases, the tax credit can completely eliminate the cost for this group of citizens. More information about this bond proposal and to use the tax credit calculator can be found at safedrywarm.lincolnparkpublicschools.com. Again, that is safedrywarm.lincolnparkpublicschools.com. There will also be some informational mailings sent to your homes. The first of those will arrive this week. I encourage every voter to learn as much as they can about this bond proposal and what it means for you, for our students, our staff, and the future of our school district. The bond will not give our schools those items that some argue are fancy, but it would provide our school buildings additional funding to help support our goal of keeping them safe, dry, and warm. If at any time you have questions, I encourage and welcome you to call me so that I can help you in any way that I can. You have three choices. You can vote no, you can choose not to vote, or you can vote yes. Thank you for your time to watch this message. This message is paid for by the Lincoln Park Public Schools.